Unless you've been living under a rock, you know that Tata Motors is India's largest EV manufacturer. And we are here at the Pune headquarters of Tata AutoComp Systems, where they have helped drive the Tata Group's vision to create a localization of components. We are here to meet with Arvind Goel, who is the chairman of Tata AutoComp Systems. So join me as we better understand his leadership philosophy and how he drives growth. Tata AutoComp Systems Limited has been a key partner to the global automotive industry since 1995, offering innovative products and comprehensive engineering and supply chain solutions. Their portfolio spans interior and exterior plastics, lightweight composites, sheet metal aggregates, HVAC systems, seating, command systems, and exhaust and emission solutions. In the electric vehicle sector, they provide advanced solutions like battery packs, battery management systems, thermal management, and integrated drivetrains. With 9 joint ventures and 61 manufacturing plants across the US, EU, Latin America, China, and India, they cater to major OEMs in passenger, commercial, and rail sectors worldwide. Their focus is on enhancing vehicle efficiency, performance, and sustainability, ensuring they meet the evolving demands of the automotive market. Tata AutoComp's global presence and diverse product offerings have made them a preferred partner for OEMs, contributing to the advancement of both traditional and electric mobility solutions. Marksman Daily presents C-Suite Conversations. Hello and welcome to yet another episode of C-Suite Conversations. I have here with me Mr. Arvind Goel, who's the chairman of Tata AutoComp Systems. Mr. Goel, thank you so much for being here with us.
It's a pleasure talking to you.
Mr. Goel, you've held many leadership roles in your career. When it comes to all that you've experienced as part of your career journey, what are some of the most significant lessons that you've learned which you apply to your role here at Tata AutoComp Systems?
Yeah, I've basically worked in 2 large companies. One is Force Motors and Tata Group for the major part of my career. And there is so much to learn from both the companies. Force Motors is more a smaller company as compared to the Tata Group is much larger. So it's a family-driven organization concentrating more on manufacturing processes and systems, but the growth has been limited. Tata Group, especially under the leadership of Mr. N. Chandrasekaran, everybody is looking to grow big, profitable growth, performance-driven culture, trying to take leadership positions in whatever business you are. So there's so much to learn from there, and so many leaders within the group and all are ready to help wherever needed. So it's a very different place to work.
So Mr. Goel, if I had to ask you to zero in on maybe 1 or 2 key qualities needed to succeed as a leader today, what would those be?
One is you need to be data driven, but in the end you have, as a leader, need to decide based on your final guts and your intuition, but still you have to be far more data driven.
Okay.
You have to create a good amount of leadership within the organization. So you have various people who are really good at their jobs in various verticals, and then only you are able to delegate. So delegation becomes very important.
Yeah.
In the end, the customer connect with the partners with whom you work, and delighting the customer as a full operation in the organization to delight a customer is key. So different verticals have to work together.
Let's focus on the business a bit. Under your tenure, we've seen Tata AutoComp Systems grow from strength to strength. We've seen a lot of joint ventures, we've seen some significant acquisitions. If I had to ask you to pinpoint any specific strategic decision that has propelled the company's growth, what would that be?
The key is we started focusing on technology a lot. And so whether it's a joint venture or a 100% owned company of TACO, we created engineering verticals, doing some even research and development.
Okay.
And we became most of the places a full service supplier just from build to print supplier. So that was the fundamental change we brought into the company, and that's why we are able to meet virtually every OEM in India and internationally.
Mr. Goel, I also want to touch upon the rapidly changing nature of the automotive ecosystem in India, particularly because of course, the advent of electric vehicles. How do you then balance the company's core strengths with being future ready for all of these many technological shifts?
See, ultimately, each company has to be a technological leader in their own business. That's
Right.
the only way to make companies profitably grow. Otherwise, you have growth, but you'll not be able to make much profits. And fortunately for TACO, 90% of our businesses are also relevant for electric vehicle or hydrogen vehicle or for hybrids. So everything is going to grow
Right.
as long as the automotive industry is growing, and automotive industry will certainly grow at 6-7% CAGR for the next decade. So there is a good opportunity of growth in India, and with the electrification technology what we are bringing in on the components, you are at a level playing field internationally, except China has a lead, but otherwise you are at a level playing field, so you have a good opportunity to export.
That's great to hear. So, Mr. Goel, before I let you go, one last question. You've risen through the ranks to become the chairman of Tata AutoComp Systems. If there was some advice you'd offer to an emerging leader who wants to ascend to an executive role much like yourself, what would that be?
No, first is, one has to really be sincere to the assignments he has and not bother what's happening to somebody else is going faster than me, I am going slower. Don't waste your time on that. Company looks at people who is really delivering.
Right.
You may miss a chance in a year or so in a large company, but otherwise people will find you. And you need to constantly think what value addition you are doing in an organization. So constantly keep inventing yourself and keep thinking out of the box. How do I grow this company? And how do I, suppose I am a head of production, for example, in your earlier part of that. How do I see that there is a zero rejection in my lines? My productivity is at the highest. What is the benchmark within? Can I break those benchmarks?
So constant growth.
Constantly breaking the benchmarks, what you are doing.
Right.
And then you should have a good relationship within your peers and your subordinates, and you need to make them grow along with you. If you think that I have to grow and don't give enough credit to the person who is doing, the organizations come to know very soon. Then you think they'll come to know.
Beautiful. That was very insightful and impactful, Mr. Goel. Thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us. We hope to see you again sometime soon.
Thanks a lot for chatting and really enjoyed this discussion.
Thank you, sir. With a focus on safety, quality, and constant innovation, Tata AutoComp Systems is electrifying the Indian automotive ecosystems. And a big part of that drive are leaders such as Arvind Goel, who I had the pleasure of chatting with today. I hope you enjoyed this episode of C-Suite Conversations, and I'll see you in the next one.